Hello, everyone. My name is Gus.
Hi, I'm Woody.
Today I have combination, a compilation, better yet, of videos that are all related to rescues. Okay? And the main reason why I wanted to do that is because we actually have a stress and rescue, the Irish stress and rescue class coming up, depending on when you're watching this, in September. We're teaching that in South Florida at Ocean Treasure, and we're very excited about it. That class is actually 2 classes combined.
That's correct.
Those 2 classes are going to teach you so many skills, and the 3 videos that we're going to watch today, they're short videos. 3 videos that we're going to watch today, I want you, Woody, to talk about what are some of the skills that we will learn on that class that could be used on each one of these videos.
Okay, I'll enjoy that. Great.
All right, so let's take a look. The first one is during a rescue class, the instructor does something to one of the students, and I want you to comment on the student's reaction. So this is a rescue student. I'll try to narrate a little bit what's happening. All right, so this is the student. The instructor asks for the computer and tells him, I want you to follow your compass or look at your computer or something. What you don't see is behind the scenes, he's closing the air on the student. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. So he's like, yeah, just keep going or whatever while he's closing the tank. This is open water. I don't know if that's something that should be doing, but that's what's happening. So he closes the tank and then just waits. Uh-oh. No air. Now what? Oops. See you later.
Okay, my comment is, I don't think the instructor did a bad job there. I know you were going to think I was going to say that's outrageous, but let's put it in perspective. Mm-hmm. He never let go of her. I think that was very, very smart. We do talk about in the stress and rescue class out of air situations and the ability to not panic. And what would you do? This is going to be a practice skill over and over of not panicking. What would you do?
Yep.
And of course, we give suggestions. And I'm not kidding you. It looked like they were in 8 feet of water. I mean, what'd she kick?
Shallow.
5 kicks, right? And she blew bubbles the entire way. Now, it's easy on all of Dive Talk reaction videos to sit in this chair and be critical, right? It's very easy to second guess. If I had to do only one difference that the instructor didn't do, is I probably would have had my hand on that primary. The second she turned towards me, even if she didn't give the out of air and I start seeing her looking up, I'm going to put that regulator in her mouth. Because what if she would have held her breath the whole way up?
Right.
We would have liked that student to say, I'm out of air.
Out of air.
I'm out of air, instructor. And then he would have passed the regulator. That's what he was probably looking for.
Correct.
But I don't think he did not have control of the situation.
Yep. No, I think it was a good job. I don't know how I feel standard-wise and all of that about closing someone's air in open water, but you can see the bottom is right there. There's a natural bottom, so it's not like this person is going to plummet to their death. And like you said, it's like 10 feet or something. It's very, very shallow. So I think it was good. And if it's a rescue class and you've been briefing people and telling them, hey, if this happens to you, don't panic, work with your body. That is option number 1, is look at your body out of air. That is a skill that you learn in open water on the very first scuba class. And by the time you make it to rescue, you should have this thing down packed.
Look, in the emergency buoyant ascent skill that we do in confined water in SSI,
yep,
which we will do again in their stress and rescue class, we cut their air off so they can feel the, and they're watching their computer needle and they give the out of air, but then we cut their air back on.
Yep.
For safety, right? So I don't I don't do what he did. I'm not going to cut somebody's air off in open water and not cut it back on. But is all I'm saying is I don't think he had total loss of control of this person, but I would have been prepared to put the reg in. Okay, let's keep going.
It's a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next clip that we're going to take a look at, I am going to warn people watching this, it's hard to watch.
Wow.
Hard to watch. So if you're watching this with kids, I would probably not let them watch this one. All right. But I think it illustrates the point that the skills that you're going to gain on the stress and rescue class work anytime. They don't have to be involving diving.
Okay.
So let's watch. So this is a passerby. That's the name of the story. So this was filmed with a CCTV in China. These two sisters are playing by the pond. You probably know what's going to happen. One of them falls in and immediately starts to drown.
Oh, man. Yeah.
The sister jumps in to help, but she also doesn't know how to swim, so she also starts to drown. Now the two of them are fighting, and there's no one nearby. So this guy sees them. He jumps in to help.
Oh, man.
The other girl is fighting for her life.
She's breathing water. She's
no
drowning.
idea what this guy's doing.
Why
I
is
just
he
want
not out there?
I just want to jump through the screen
Oh, my God. Get the girl. What are they doing? What are they doing? This is disturbing. Go.
What's he doing?
Go. Get her.
Like, what is
the
happening?
other kid's out of the water.
Yes.
Oh, man. No, that's really, really rough to watch.
And all these people watching down here, like, why are they not? Is there... Okay, so somebody else jumps in to try to help. This guy is exhausted.
Get her head out of the water, turn her over on her back, and get her face above the water. It's basic lifeguard skill.
Okay.
Gus, I have no idea what they were doing. Now, that could be a situation of panic by that bystander.
Yeah.
Panic will freeze somebody. I just finished a Red Cross lifeguard class. So that happens at times, that the observer is freaked and they don't know what to do. But I mean, it's common. You don't need a lifeguard class to know. If somebody's in the water and their face is down, do you need a lifeguard class to know that you should get their face facing up and out of the water? Do you need to take a class for that?
No.
You can't. Can you breathe with your face in the water?
No.
Just get your head out of the... And does time matter?
Very, very much.
I mean, so...
I was blown away. Like, I've never... and I don't know if everyone feels this way, but I remember when I watched this video, like, I wish I could teleport to the water and help. You know, like, immediately, my instinct is, I wish I was there. Of course, that happened in 2016. I know I'm watching a video, and spoiler alert, the two girls survived.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I did not share the entire video because it's longer. There's an interview with the mom of the girls. The links are down below if you do want to watch the whole video. I just left the rescue part. That's the only thing we reacted to. But the two girls survived. So,
right. Well, the next steps that we would be teaching in the stress and rescue class, I will comment on that, is once you got them out of the water, you have a water-related potential drowning. You're doing two things. You're checking for breathing and whether or not they have a pulse. If they're not breathing but have a pulse, you're going to do mouth to mouth and nothing else. No chest compressions because they have a pulse. If they are not breathing and they don't have a pulse because it was water related, you're actually going to give two initial breaths rather than start with chest compressions because it was water related. And you're going to go into CPR. And you would absolutely be screaming for somebody to get an AED. I don't know if they had one around there. And maybe you could save them if it was not too long. Obviously, they were they didn't drown. So
They survived. And I'm
That's what you
glad,
would do.
because if one of them had died because this guy was just there in the rock talking to people while the other girl was drowning,
it's rough.
bro.
And,
Yeah.
drowning victims often aren't in sheer panic and doing all of that like you saw.
Mm-hmm.
It's very quiet and subdued, and you don't even notice that they're drowning.
Yeah.
That's the tricky part. That's a rough one, man.
Yeah. On this last one, this one was an interesting one. I think a lot of people watching this video probably watched this one too. It went viral. There's a pro surfer named Mikey Wright. He was at the beach, and the sea conditions were insane. Like, there was a big surge or whatever, and this lady gets swept by the current, and she's going to drown. She's going to die. So he's recording what's happening, and people are like trying to help and yelling for help or whatever. And at some point he just says, like, Shania, hold this, and gives the phone to Shania, whoever that is, the girlfriend or whatever. And then he springs into action. Watch this. Look at the sea conditions. It's crazy. You can see the lady in the water. She's getting swept.
A lot of people going after her.
Trying, but they don't want to die. So
Right, he's gonna nearly get saved. Top, Shania, hold this. Shania, hold this.
Shit!
there he goes. This was filmed from 2 angles, so we're about to see angle number 2. Now he sees the current, so he knows where to enter. It's probably because he's a pro surfer.
Or a lifeguard.
Or a lifeguard, or both, yeah.
Oh, they're all wrong.
Keeps her out of the water.
Oh my god.
It's okay. They're okay now. It's rough, but they're
is mayhem, yeah.
they're able to stay in and get her out of there. Boy, there's a lot of good things there. I love the group effort. So, we are going to teach in the stress and rescue class what to do with a longshore current versus a rip current. They're two different things. A rip current is a narrow channel where the water is ripping back out. It's creating a channel when it washes in, but it goes back out along a narrow channel, and it can take you out fast. I've had a friend that basically died from a rip current. He got taken out, and unfortunately, they only found, I'm going to be graphic, body parts. He could not get back in. It happened when he was kayaking.
Yikes.
So the way to get out of a rip current is did you notice what he did? If you go parallel to the shore, remember I said it's a narrow current. You can't get back in fighting the rip current. Is all you're going to do is exhaust yourself, and it's going to keep taking you further out. Just go parallel to the shore until it subsides, and then try to get back in. That's kind of what he saw. He got out of the rip current area. But there was also a longshore current that can take you down the shore. It's just taking you downstream. So, you can typically get in from those. We have those along Fort Lauderdale all the time because of the Gulf Stream. And I love that the group also, when they felt like it was safe, collaborated, man, jump in. And at that point, hey, we all can help. And they just dragged everybody back in.
Absolutely.
So I thought it was well done.
They did a good job. Absolutely. And the
Yeah.
skills that we learn on the stress and rescue
We
class
will go through this.
will work in any of the situations that we saw before. So from anything from a scuba related to somebody drowning to somebody being pulled by current, all of those will be beneficial. Even things out of the water like burns and cuts and all kinds of stuff.
Breaks, abrasions, stings, marine life injuries, how to properly give CPR, how to use an AED, how to administer oxygen, all going to be covered.
And like I said, depending on when you're watching this, you may still be able to sign up for the class. So I'm going to leave the link down below. Awesome. And this is not the first compilation videos that we are reacting to that are part of people panicking. We actually have done this in the past, and I'm going to leave one right here so you can keep watching people panic and learn from it.
Come to our stress and rescue.
We'll see you there.